Alright guys, what's up? This is SonicSol here. It's been a while since the 1.10 patch dropped for Guilty Gear Strive, and I've been playing a crap ton of games. You've been seeing it on the channel. I've been playing a ton of matches in ranked. I've been playing in many tournaments for the past couple of days, weeks. So I've definitely been grinding, and it's been a while since I made a matchup tier list. I kind of want to make another one, so I want to try to get into that right now. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know what you guys think, if you learned something from it. Be sure to leave your comments and opinions, and also sub to the channel and hit the notification bell so you know when I make more videos like this. But that being said, I want to get into talking about the Ino matchup. So, for starters, obviously we know the mirror match is even, but who cares? We're not going to measure that, right? Who cares about the Ino mirror? I want to start talking about the Ino matchup and everything that I think about this stuff. I'm not gonna keep this too crazy or too super in depth. I'm just gonna give general thoughts. First and foremost, obviously I think we'll start with the matchups that I think she wins. I actually think she might win against Jacko. The more I fought Jacko, the more I realized this character definitely can't really play her game plan very well against Ino. When she throws down the minions, right? The minions actually get beaten out hard body by HS Sultry. Not only that, but you can actually play, when you get in on her, she doesn't really have any defensive options outside of super. And her super is not frame zero. She can't wake up and then you have to guess. It's more like you see the flash and then you jump. So if you get in, she kind of just dies, right? You get in, you mix her, and it's a wrap. Her neutral is okay. She's got 2K 2D, right, to stop stroke. And 2D has a surprisingly good forward hitbox. But obviously you can play around it. You can still hop over it. And you still have other tools like S Sultry Performance to punish it. On top of that, she's also very squishy, so your damage output on her is really good. And yeah, I think you can fight Jacko pretty well. You can deal with a lot of her tools. I think Goldlewis is clearly one of her winning matchups. I would probably even put it here. I think this is probably her best matchup in the game. It's a large uphill battle for Goldlewis. You have a lot of things to zone him out. Chemical Love really hits him very well in the matchup for doing Behemoth Typhoon. He has to run forward to deal with it, which means you can easily stop him with your pokes. Far S is a better poke to stop him from running forward. If he throws out Thunderbird, you can stroke underneath it, and especially if you use Note. I think Note is the biggest thing in this matchup that you should be using. Note is definitely a better tool now in this patch, and against Goldlewis, it's very, very hard for him to play around that. He either has to do Gatling Gun, which is Skyfish, which will end up actually being terrible for him. Because then you could just, with your mobility, jump over it, hop over it, and then dive kick him, and you're easily in. You have a lot of ways to kind of close the gap against him and also keep him out. So you pretty much dictate the pace against this character. But of course, if Goldlewis gets in, then you're going to be eating mad chip damage. The lucky part about it is that FD got buffed. So guard crush moves, they actually made it so that way FD does make an impact. So he gets pushed out very, very hard. I think Geo is an even matchup. I don't think you lose or win this matchup outright. I think it's even. The reason why I say this is because Geo got nerfed quite a bit between the last patch and this one. Now with her Far S being what it is, you can actually stroke underneath it now. They nerfed the lower hitbox on it by raising it up a bit more. They shrunk it. So she can't just mindlessly do dash S on you. Also, yeah, she has 2D to stop your stroke the big tree, but because of that one move being the only real way she's gonna stop that stroke the big tree, that makes her susceptible to you doing dive kick on her. So the next character I want to talk about here is Zato. He's going to throw up a pose to try to skip neutral, basically to stop you from approaching him with dive kick, stroke the big tree, whatever. So that's the first initial layer. So what you have to do is you have to note, so that way it forces him to do Drunken Shade. Him using Drunkard Shade, he's going to always try to do that to reflect your note or to stop Chemical Love. And if you direct the note downward towards the ground, when it gets reflected back, you could just hop over it. There's not really much you have to worry about. You could also direct it upwards and then stroke underneath it, right? So you have many ways to kind of like approach him once he does Drunkard Shade. And the reason that's so important is because he spends a lot of Zato gauge, even though they buffed the Zato gauge so that way, or the Eddie gauge, so that way he doesn't spend as much. The Zato gauge, the Eddie gauge used with Oppose and with Drunkard Shade, he's spending a lot of resource. So he's not going to be able to really do anything afterwards. So him doing Oppose plus Drunkard Shade is immediately good for Ino, because that allows you to basically get in, because he's got so much recovery on those two options. Of course, if Zato gets in though, you're holding that shit. Triple overhead mix-ups, the 6k buff, just so many options to mix up Ino. You have to be on point when fighting against this character. But if you can know when he'll do Oppose, you can super jump out and get out. So you have ways to kind of manage those situations. But it's generally not a good fit. Like, it's not good for you when you are stuck in the corner. But if you get Zato in the corner, oh, it's a wrap. He loses too. He gets fucked by your mix-up completely. He doesn't have many tools to kind of challenge you. They did buff his 5p, I think, or his 2p. Whichever one was 7 frames, it became 5 frames. So you can essentially like jab Ino out of certain things now. But before, no, it was terrible. I actually think Leo, after playing it, I believe Leo is cheap too, but Note severely fucks Leo. Like, Note forces him to make a very linear approach. He's forced to instant air dash at you. If you note him, he can't really do Sonic Boom. Now, Sonic Boom before used to just outright beat a lot of projectiles, but they nerfed it to where it now clashes with HS Sonic Boom. So he cannot just throw HS Sonic Boom, the cross slash, at you anymore. Instead, he has to do S Sonic Boom to kind of cover that speed difference. Because remember, they increased the startup of Ino's Note, but they reduced the recovery. So he can do S Boom immediately. But HS Boom he can't anymore. If Leo gets in, it's hard, man. Like, you can't let him get started. If he gets one knockdown on you, it's over. Like, it's just over. I've tried everything. I've tried Faultless defending him. I've tried Roman canceling, which does work. YRC can work, you know, but BRC is kind of finicky. You can burst, of course, but really his mix-up is just absolutely insane. I think it's very insane. Yeah, if you get in on Leo, right, you have to worry about him doing his flash kick, but the problem with that is he is a charge character. So if you get in on Leo, and you get the knockdown on him, he's got to guess high-low still. So he might have to do delay flash kick. So that's what you have to worry about. I think Chipp might be even now. You have a lot of tools now. Far S, 2HS, right? So he's going to want to immediately try to approach you in air, right? I think Chipp got nerfed with the Alpha Diagonal Blade. Like with the one that goes straight up. Because that got nerfed to where it has slower startup, you can easily react to it and 5p it, but better Chipp players will space themselves out or will do it in unexpected scenarios, so it's not like absolutely free. His mix-up is still hard to deal with because you have to mash to deal with it, but the nerfs to jump 2k as well from the previous patch also made it to where he could blow up very hard for doing it. Not to mention, as well as his defense, he has Beta Blade to DP you and a 3-framer, but he can't really get much off of his 3-frame 5p, and his Beta Blade, the DP, he doesn't get anything off of it. He doesn't get like true like Okizeme off of it, and you are a safe jump, you know, you're a legit safe jump character, so you're not going to react to K-Blade that easy. They nerfed it really badly, I'm telling you. They nerfed it. So let's start off with Millia. I want to talk about Millia since we talked about Chipp right off the bat. I think the changes to Millia's options in the neutral greatly buffed how she approaches Ino now. She got buffs to both her Turbo Fall, which allows her to cancel from it into Capel now, and her mobility options are still insane as a result. So you really have to place yourself where she'll land to actually stop her. You can't meet her in air. And with Jump S being so good preemptively to stop a lot of air normals, you really have to take the risk to Jump P air to air her. And even then, that's not in your favor. And with the Gatling changes and the ability of her being able to air backdash after her buttons now, it's absolutely insane. Like, she could air backdash all of her jump normals, as well as Gatling into JD, like, she gets a lot of Gatling options now because of the universal changes. When she's on top of you, it's a four-way mix-up. When Millia gets in, she gets high, low, left, right, strike, throw. She gets 6 options to mix up from. She could S-disc and blow you up for it, right? If she has meter. Once she has meter, it's very hard to fight this character on defense. It's hard to block her. Axl, the buffs to Axl helped them out as well. We used to be even with both of these matchups, with both Axl and with Millia. I thought we were even because of the options that Axl lacked, right? And the amount of reward we get. But now they made it to where his 2K can low profile jump slash jump D. Like jump S, jump D, you can low profile with 2K as Axl against that. Another thing too is his neutral, right? His fucking neutral, he 5Ps you, you can't hop in. His neutral already was a RPS that you could kind of handle. Couple this with the buffs they made to One Vision, he kills you if you make a mistake. Anji, I think you lose against Anji, but slightly. I don't think it's that terrible. The reason why I think you lose against Anji is the neutral in and of itself is hard to deal with. On defense, he has a counter, and it's for like 45 frames. It's mad active. In terms of offense, I think Anji is very weird. His offense did get slightly buffed with the Fujin being able to be whiff canceled. I actually think Faust beats Ino now. I think Faust beats Ino now in the neutral. With the way Faust got buffed heavily in this patch, it's very, very hard to fight this character now in the neutral with Ino. Potemkin, oh my god, fucking Potemkin, dude. It's still a problem. I don't care what nobody says. This character is not an even matchup. I don't know why every other person is saying to me that like it's an even matchup against fucking Potemkin. This character, oh my god. Even though they nerfed Garuda by the faultless defense changes, even if you IB it, even if you IB faultless defend it against it, Garuda, Kara Garuda is ridiculous. I don't know why he still has Kara Garuda. It's absolutely fucking mind-boggling. Yeah, you could jump out of it, but he's plus 19. You are playing a rigged RPS. Soul is not that bad anymore. Hear me out. Hear me out. Before you raise your pitchforks, fellow Ino players, I think this matchup is not that bad to fight anymore. It's not. It's not. He got nerfed hardcore due to the changes. The FD changes stopped his far S from being OD. So now when I do the fucking guard break, bro, not the guard break, when I do the faultless defense and he does far S, he's so far back now. The 2S that he used to do, which is severely disjointed, our far S got buffed. It's now faster at, I think, 13 frames or 12 frames. No, it's 11 frames. It used to be 13. It's 11 frames now. So we can use that to stop him from doing 2S. 6S, by the way, also got nerfed. Ramlethal got buffed. Hard body. Yeah, they nerfed the sword pressure in the corner, but her neutral became so much stronger. Also, when she gets in, it's a problem. So, I don't know. I do think it's slightly in Ram's favor the more I think about it, but it's still the same matchup. I think we lose hard against May. We still lose hard against May. Dealing with Dolphin, because they nerfed the Dolphin hurt box. So now it has a lower hurt. It doesn't have a lower hurt box, but rather the hit box was raised up a bit. this character is still a problem when she touches you. When she fucking touches you, bro, it's a wrap, dude. They buffed her fucking dolphin, the air dolphin, the vertical dolphin, bro. Oh my fucking god, dude. Now I think Ino's worst matchup in the game is still Nagoriyuki. I think, oh my god, this fucking matchup, bro. Holy fuck. Bro, when I was fucking told that the only thing you can do at round start against Nagoriyuki is block, I was like, bro, I don't lose. I mean, I don't win. This character straight beats me. He doesn't lose. Fighting Kai is even. Still, I don't think you lose that matchup. I think it's even. We got buffed as well. Our Far S stops his 6HS. So we're able to stop the disjointed button that would stop stroke and dive kick and hop in. 6HS was a real problem for us before, but now, because Far S got buffed to 11 frames, we can deal with that. He has to take a lot of risk still. Like, we could 6P through his stun edge, right? Or we could stroke underneath it like we normally do. That's still something we can stop. And then if he does charge stun edge, we can dive kick punish it if he does it in the neutral. Either way, we could dive kick or stroke underneath all of his projectiles for the most part. But he does have 2S, right? 2S does stop our Far S still, and it stops stroke the big tree. Anyway, that's it. That's my thoughts overall for Ino's matchups. Let me know what you guys think. Am I right on something? Am I wrong on something? You guys can discuss it in the comments down below. Definitely be sure to like the video, thumbs up it, and also please subscribe to the channel. Like 85% of y'all are not subbed to the channel. I would really like it if you guys subbed. It really supports me. And hit the notification bell so you know the next time I do another video like this. You can also follow me on twitch.tv/Sonic_Soul and support me there. That is where I do most of these videos and where I also play a lot of these games and play in tournaments. So definitely come through for that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.